Hello, hello, everyone.
Hey.
Hello.
Happy New Year. Happy Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you guys all had a good one.
It's been a minute, hasn't it?
Oh my God, hasn't it?
Lots. We've all
I mean,
been busy.
everyone's New Year okay?
Oh, yeah.
It was great. It was great. I was getting ready for my grandkids to show up. And you have no idea. It was. My daughter's probably going to be listening, going, "Mom," but no, it's good. My grandkids are good. I'm just not used to the littles, you know. But yeah, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. So what's going on, everybody?
What's up, Tiffy? How you doing?
Yeah. Hey, Tiffy. Hey, Truthful.
Truthful Sweet. Hello.
We've got Truthful. I'm here. Truthful says,
yeah,
"Hey,
look at you.
Truthful." Hey,
Hello,
Tiffy.
lovelies.
Hello.
How's it going? I'm kidding. I'm not. I thought that was the applause one. My bad.
It's fine. It works.
Also, I'm going to call the cops on you broads.
Great. Did you guys do anything exciting?
Not really. I had a big Cuban Noche Buena. You know, we have Noche Buena. So I did two pork, one entire pork leg and a pork shoulder.
Nice.
Got that crispy chicharron, and had about 20 people over, kids. An actual authentic Cuban guy who like came from Cuba 20 years ago, and he was like, "Dude, this is like a Cuban wonderland." We had coquito, like we were talking about offline. That Cuban eggnog, hyper alcoholic Cuban eggnog. And everything was just, we had arroz and frijoles and the whole shebang. So it was awesome. We did salsa and had a fire. So that was the highlight, I think.
Nice. Awesome.
Any good parties for you guys?
New Year's was pretty uneventful for us. We had someone in town. Skinny had come into town. That was different, and it was good. Not bad, but just different. He hasn't been here in a while.
Different.
I didn't mean to be. I'm sorry.
And
let me say this better. That was great.
What's up, guys? What up, Daniel?
It was pretty low key for us, though. We didn't do any like crazy partying. We went up to the karaoke bar and sang some songs, and then came home. And it's been cold here.
What's on the karaoke top 3 karaoke songs on your list right now? We're walking into a karaoke spot.
That I sing?
Yeah. And you want to be like, you know what? I'm letting it all out. I'm doing this. I want to impress. I don't know.
Okay, so I sing Not Ready to Make Nice by the Chicks, because they're not the Dixie Chicks anymore. That's
Not Ready to Make Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have used that song in so many scenarios in my life. When I'm upset with somebody, and they want me to like respond, I send them that song. Like, no, I'm not ready yet. My number one go-to right now is "I Will Always Love You" by Whitney Houston.
You can do that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Really? Wow.
Guys in the chat, let us know if you'd like to hear.
I'm not doing it.
Or see, not now. You're not ready. I would never ask that of you. But
no, I do.
Ready or provide a video.
No, we could probably do that. And then Dave and I sing, the funnest one Dave and I do is "I Got You, Babe." But in the middle of it, we switch to Piggy and Kermie. And he's like, all right.
I was choked on my vape. She kills that song, I bet.
No, we switched to Piggy and Kermie. Like, we did that. We went there on my birthday, and he's like, all right, we're doing this. And he's like, I think we're doing Piggy and Kermie. I'm like, shit. The whole bar was laughing. It was really fun. I mean, like, laughing because we were having a good time and whatever. And no, Rocksteady.
That's your favorite song.
Yeah, I hate Sweet Caroline. Yes.
Oh God, I mean, you and me both, sister. Oh God,
it has been on so many stinking fucking commercials lately.
I'm hyper aware of it. I fucking hate it so much. I'm hyper aware of it. Yeah.
Every time it comes on, I'm like, fuck off. This is not the right thing.
I told a family member a couple days ago. I think it was Wednesday, and I got off and I was like, "Fuck, Sweet Caroline." You know,
Yeah, it's the
what's wrong with Sweet
worst.
Caroline? I'm like, I fucking hate that song.
It is the
It's horrible.
worst.
Yeah.
Ugh, I'm not a big Neil Diamond fan. Dave and I can sing. He did one with Barbara Streisand. Barbara
Say,
Streisand. Barbara Streisand. I can bring you flowers or something like that. Whatever. He and I do that okay.
Can you imagine if he did a clapping of Sweet Carolina?
oh God.
Nope.
Oh Jesus. No more of that. No more.
No, let's not even think about it.
Is Neil Diamond still alive?
I think so.
All
Maybe. I don't know. Is he?
I'm
Should
gonna
we Google it?
I'm gonna be on Neil Diamond watch.
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, I'm
Truthful
hyper-
ask,
I'm
what is
hyper-
Noche Buena? Truthful ask, what is Noche Buena?
What is Nochebuena? Nochebuena is instead of doing Christmas Day for Cubans, we do it the night before. I'm surprised y'all don't do it. Mexicans don't do it.
We do it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go on a limb.
Italians do the seven fishes feast, which is Christmas.
He's alive.
Eve.
Thank you. I don't have to fucking Google it.
Dave's on it.
Yeah. Let us know. Keep us on a tight schedule on when he passes. I'll be waiting for that
I will
notification.
hear.
No, oh my God, they'll play it so many fucking times when he dies. Oh my God.
I will have to like go into a hole at that point. I remember I was pregnant with my oldest daughter. It was Y2K. It was, changing from 99 to 2000. My dad was working for the phone company, and he and my mom were in Denver because my dad had to make sure all the computers didn't fail, right? I mean, it's a huge thing back then. We thought the world was going to end. And my mom got to go to the Neil Diamond concert.
God, had the pleasure.
And they televised it. And my grandmother, my Nana, who loves Neil Diamond, I'm like, Nana, you have got to quit this. I can't do it anymore. I don't want to hear this song. Any of them. I just went and hid in my room at that point. It was a bad night.
Did you always hate it, or did you gradually grow?
Never liked Neil
Never
Diamond.
liked him. Yeah. Not Neil Diamond. I don't even know what else he sings, but
Sweet Caroline I've always hated. It's just
yeah, I can agree with that. It hits a pitch that just like kind of like some forms of modern country music that just like hit this like twinge in my ear.
Yeah.
And I just want to, oh God, I hope they don't beat it to death like Queen. Oh, it'll have a resurgence.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how old you are, Daniel, or Rose, how old you are.
We're all the same age.
Yeah, we're all the same age.
Right. I try to put make it mystical.
Mystery.
But things have changed over the years, so it's not always going to be the same. When they brought back Queen to Wayne's World, right? That's sorry.
Yeah.
That's
Bohemian Rhapsody.
They sold another 2,000 million copies. So
and that was back before it was like big to do that. You know what I mean? Now somebody dies, they have an uptick in their downloads and things. Back when Wayne's World came out, I was like, who is this that we're talking about?
Fucking band rips, right?
They're awesome.
Yeah. And then I found Fat Bottom. I mean, I'd always heard these songs,
right? But you didn't realize. Yeah. And I remember back then when our radio stations here would always play that and Nothing Else Matters back to back. Bohemian Rhapsody and Nothing Else Matters. I'm like, I guess that kind of works.
It's like 12 minutes.
I know.
Sweet Queen.
But they play it so much on everything, and then it just kills it.
Guys, I just want to say shout out to Rose for making me this incredible bottle and sending it to me. It's backwards right now, obviously, because that's the way it has to be.
You can switch your thing to not be backwards.
Logo.
Dave makes me do that all the time.
But for you, this should make perfect sense.
Yeah, it does. I read it perfectly.
Nothing has changed. Right. The dyslexia is strong with you.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, me too. And I have all types of those disorders.
I also have one that she sent a while back. It's amazing. And it's really great tequila.
Oh my God.
Really?
With that being said, should we do a shot, folks?
I'm down.
Think we should.
That's how this show goes, right?
It's just so DJs can break your smoke. Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, right.
I have to buy another bottle.
Uh-oh. And this is Cava de ¿cómo se llama? Cava de oro.
Agave de oro.
Agave de oro.
Extra añejo.
Extra añejo tequila, extra añejo María, José, Josefina, Consuelo.
All right. Cheers,
There you
folks,
go.
to the new year.
Cheers. Cheers.
To YouTube and Twitch.
YouTube and
Yes.
to a brand new year.
Oh, that was apple juice. Cheers,
So good.
everybody.
We've
Oh,
got
shit.
before we
Oh,
go
man.
into it, we've got one voicemail right now from
No way.
Truthful.
Oh,
Nice.
la.
Here we go.
Sexy. Something fun size.
Hello, Sam. Hi, how are you? I'm doing good. Thank you. Hi, Sexy Rose. How are you doing, Miss Red Rose? How you
Hello.
doing? What's
Beautiful.
up? It started off like black, like I didn't want to do anything, like it was yucky. But now I'm good.
Excellent.
AC in the building. Hi,
What's
what's up?
Hola.
What's up? What's going on with you?
Tonight.
Sorry, I'm sick right now. But hi. Just leaving you a message. I know you guys are dying to hear my voice, but right now I'm a little sick.
You sound wonderful.
Right? It's been so long, so it's really nice to hear your voice.
Yes.
Keep them coming.
Yes, keep the voicemails coming. All right, so let's get
What-
into. You guys ready to get into this wonderful, crazy story?
Absolutely.
I love it. I am
All right.
unbelievably entangled in this story now because I know that you've been following it for longer than I have. So you
I've
might
been
know
following
more.
it for a long time. I actually been following it since she actually went to jail about it. So I've been following the story for a while. So I've been following the story called Gypsy Rose. I don't know if anybody's aware of it, but it's about a young girl that the mother had a proxy. Now I might say it wrong.
Munchausen's by proxy, right?
Yes.
Munchausen.
And the
It's
mother
just
was
fun,
very
isn't it?
controlling, very, very controlling on that part. She convinced, or I don't know how she did it, but she convinced doctors to put a feeding tube into her daughter to the point that she had her teeth removed, oxygen, and Gypsy Rose won awards. Like she also got money from the Cancer Society, from Children's Hospital, to a bunch of. She also got the Hurricane Katrina fund. They also helped her to move.
They moved him to Springfield, Missouri after that and gave her
Mhm.
a Habitat for Humanity house.
Yep. So it's a very interesting story. Now, let's take it back a couple years when Gypsy Rose was a baby. From my understanding, the mother went to jail for a little bit because the mother was she was forging her grandfather's checks. So the mom
Bad
went to jail
checks.
for a little bit. Bad checks.
Yeah.
She wrote bad checks, and
Mhm.
the grandfather said, "I'm not taking it. You're going to jail for this." So she went to jail, and the grandma took care of her. When she got out, Gypsy Rose's mom took care of her again, and that's when all this happened. Um, she's a young, beautiful young lady, a little bit on the disturbing side, but she's beautiful and young. And I've got a lot of questions on this story. Like I'm so invested.
Yeah.
So I watched the 2018 documentary on this, and there was a lot of nuances in it. Like her dad, Gypsy Rose's dad, married her mom when they got pregnant back in 1991, and over time they were saying Dee Dee never let any of the family watch Gypsy unless it was her mother. The dad, they were married for like 3 months, and he's like, you know what, you're a great wife, but I don't feel that way about you. We shouldn't be together. So, but he agreed, I will pay you, child support. I'm there for Gypsy. I'm gonna be there. And so everything was fine for a little bit. I mean, he got to see her, but then all of a sudden they moved 2 hours away, and now he has to drive 2 hours to see her every time, and she only lets him see her, but in that time frame, she's like, "Oh, she has this wrong with her. She's now having seizures. She's reverting back a couple of years." She had put her in
leukemia, asthma,
well,
muscular
she had put her
dystrophy.
in pageants when she was, like, 4, and then all of a sudden, "Oh, I'm sorry, she's different," but,
Right.
he's like, "That's fine, I'm gonna pay for all these medical bills," and he did. I mean, he did everything he could, but she, she was distancing him from her because she didn't wanna be found out. It was in the one that I watched, he goes, "I can't believe she just didn't feel comfortable enough to reach out to me knowing that her mom was doing this to her." He feels horrible that he didn't recognize what was going on. I thought that was very interesting to see.
Well,
It
I mean, the
was.
mom went as far as shaving her head.
And there she
Yeah,
is,
Like,
right? There's Dee Dee
yeah,
that's
there.
that's
Dee
Gypsy
Dee.
Rose's mom.
Yeah.
That's Dee Dee there. And she died the day after my birthday. How crazy is that?
Oh, wow.
Oh la la. So, you heard it here first. June 8th, send gifts on June 8th.
Well,
um,
I found it interesting too how, she had doctored Gypsy's birth certificate even to be having her born in 95. So she
Mhm.
thought she was younger than she was, and she couldn't be like, I'm an adult now. I can do what I want. You know what I mean? It just
But
insane.
she didn't know. So part of the Munchausen's by proxy is to
Hmm.
also this is the most acute that doctors have ever seen,
Yes.
according to all of this research that I did recently. Because I'm going to be honest, I think I mentioned this on your show last Wednesday, is
Yeah.
that when she said, "Hey, let's talk about Gypsy this week," and I was like, "Gypsy Rose, the stripper."
Right.
That's the burlesque,
Right.
and then is when I started, because I'm a little detached from this kind of stuff. I'm a little bit more online than this. This is different. I don't know how this slipped through my fingers, because it's something that I would totally be into,
This is something that
especially the
is
most
in your
acute
wheelhouse.
Munchausen. Mhm.
Hmm.
So super
Mhm.
cute. You're totally right. And
Well,
so I binged it. I binged all 6 episodes, and then, but I don't know what you know about 2018. So that's the dichotomy here.
Hmm.
She was stabbed, uh, ultimately, but we'll get to that.
Right.
But the problem is that she also suppressed her age. So she really thought that she was it 19, but she thought she was 14
Yes.
or
mhm.
15.
Yeah.
And that's one of the most egregious parts. And if you think about it, and I'll leave you with this for a moment. This is probably, if you agree or don't, the most acute sense of child abuse that's ever been
Hmm.
dished out, right? I think this is the most acute child abuse you can possibly do.
I
I'll leave it
agree.
at that.
Do you have a
I
picture
agree.
of Gypsy Rose by any chance, AC? Because she looks like, even at 19, she looks like um, she
A
looks like
child.
a
I
young
mean,
child.
and
Because when they moved for Hurricane Katrina, she had her down as she was 12 when she was actually like 14 or something. And
she would have been actually, yeah, she would have been 16 because if she was born in 91, that's 4 years different, and she
yeah, she
said
was
she was
born in
born in
91.
95, so she would have been 16 technically,
Yeah,
correct? Yes.
Right,
and
good call.
you know,
Right, so she suppressed for about 3 or 4 years, and
Yeah.
imagine that for a girl in formative years. I'm not a girl, but, like, imagine as a boy thinking about
Mhm.
it in my position. Those are my formative years. I would need to know what age I am when things are happening in your puberty, and, like, you're starting to feel things, and then it's gotta be catastrophic. It just lays the groundwork to be catastrophic later. Like, how can you hold any relationship, you know?
well, in her
Well,
documentary, she talks
mhm.
about how when she was younger age, her grandfather did some, the essay where, you know what I mean? Um, don't want to say the name because then we'll get banned on here. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I say,
Her
yeah.
grandfather, and so she talks about it, but the way she talks about it in the documentary is very interesting. Like, I don't know, like, even when she talks about her murder,
I
when her
don't
mom was
know.
murdered, there's no tears.
I don't know. I'm gonna put this out there. I don't and Sam, you're gonna have to trust us on this one because this is part of the new stuff, but I don't know if I did she well, I guess the question is, did she already come out with the SA allegation
Mhm.
against her grandfather in 2018, or is this a new
No,
thing?
she didn't.
She
One
didn't.
of the
Okay, because
things that
that's what
I
makes me
found was
doubt it.
right. One of the things I found was interesting, though, is, they had on the
Yeah, molested.
2018, they had on the 2018, Dee Dee's her aunts and uncles, right? So,
Mhm.
her mom was the youngest of 6, and when it came out that all of this happened to Gypsy, they went, "Oh, so what mom did to Dee Dee?" So, her grandmother when her mom was born, made her made it as if she was sick. She could do no wrong, but she kept her younger because she didn't want to lose that baby. And so her mom did this, or so Gypsy's grandmother did the same thing to Gypsy's mom, and she just learned from there. Now, Dee Dee took it leaps and bounds more because she had a nursing degree and whatever, and she knew which symptoms to whatever. But it was pretty interesting to see that she was just following suit of what her mom taught her to do.
Yeah.
I
And
don't know if that came out in the newer one, but
this came out of the newer one, and a lot of people are having a lot of issues with it. A lot of people don't believe it, and there's a lot of people that do believe it. They kind of go back and forth because they don't know if maybe this is something the mom, because in a lot of people say the mom had triggered her to say a lot of things and made her believe a lot of things. But then
well, I
again,
mean, I could see that as well.
I
Her
can see
mom.
it as a younger age, right? I could see that as a younger age. But
The
now they're
question is, how
older.
long do you have to be sheltered before you start believing the bullshit, or like, you know what I mean?
Hold on.
Like,
This little girl who's now not, who's an adult, from the moment she was born, had all this abuse, and her mom saying,
right,
"This is your life."
right,
I mean, and when you're a child, who do you trust the most? Your mother.
of course,
And she's saying, "This is it. This is it." And even though she knew she could walk and whatever, this abuse started, I mean, even before she knew what was happening, so it
right.
was ingrained. It was like
You're completely,
brainwashing,
and
you
then
know
the
what I
whole
mean?
family too, especially in this new one, the whole family was also like, okay, she's fucking sick. Like, this is what this is.
Nobody questioned it.
The
Nobody questioned it
mom
because of
was
Dee Dee
so
had
sick.
clout. Yeah, she was good. She was
Let
good
me
at
tell
that
you what the
shit.
mom did.
She was
When
such a
she
good
ran
mom.
away with that one guy, I think it was the first time she ran away, because she ran away twice.
Mhm.
First time she ran away with this one guy, I forgot his name, but the
Kevin,
mom went as far as is kind of
I
telling
think.
her that she had some type of witchcraft power, that
Right.
she went and took a cow's tongue, her picture, the guy's picture, put it in a jar with her menstruational stuff in this jar, and told the mom that
Stuff.
she will never be in love again.
Right. So she did a
Okay,
little
that
fucking
is some
brujeria there.
psychotic shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That is just
That's
that to me is
that's psychotic shit. That's psychotic.
Mhm.
Well, I guess in some religions not so much, but yeah.
I can't remember what they said.
but
They were
to your
talking about
daughter.
how it was Munchausen by proxy, but it kind of morphed into something else where it was
Mhm.
like a escalated version of that because of, I mean, of how severe her mom did it. You know what I
It
mean?
was severe as
Oh,
hell.
because of the monetary. Sorry, it wasn't just
That's
having.
the other thing.
Sorry, I
Yep.
apologize. It wasn't just because of keeping her the way it was, but her mom had monetary gain to it.
Right.
I mean, they never paid for a trip. They went to Disney how many times? They never, she
Make
was
a Wish
in
Foundation. She's like
Make a
tax
Wish.
free
Yeah,
shit. Yep.
all of
Hmm.
this shit. I mean, she got the home from Habitat from Humanity. It was
Yep.
not just, I mean, she was using it for monetary gain, which shows from her previous track record of bad checks and, getting all, running up debt and whatever. She was, I don't know. It was insane.
My biggest question, here's my biggest question is the doctors. Come on, you go to a doctor now. Like, I take my kids to the doctor, they're sick. They do like hundreds of tests on them. And if it's negative, they're not going to prescribe anything to them. How did this doctor say it's okay to put a feeding tube in a child?
There was one doctor in Springfield that
Give me a
did.
moment. I can kind of look that up.
There was one, well, in the one that I watched, they said even though doctors are supposed to help, they're also businessmen. And so if, the mom is saying she has this, even if they're not finding the proof, they're going to just dole out the medicine or dole out the surgery or feeding tube. There was a neurologist in Springfield that in his report put, I think this is Munchausen by proxy,
Right. But
but
it's so rare.
he never reported it to CPS.
You
He
think it's
fucked up
stigma
there.
too? Like, oh, what is like? No one has Munchausen by proxy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right?
it's really hard to prescribe something that usually doesn't get. I mean, sorry. When you have a symptom, diagnose. When you're looking to diagnose
Yeah.
something as a doctor, I would imagine you also don't want to do like a crazy diagnosis because you're going to be like, dude, really? She has Munchausen, but like oh, at the golf course. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's like it's a big club that nobody's doing that. You have to be kind of bold and brave to be like, oh no, dude, this person, probably the first person that did like dissociative disorder. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like they were
I
like, oh
agree.
yeah, multiple personalities, really? You know,
Really?
and then
Yeah.
it's a thing. Now it's a thing.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah,
So
I
what is
mean,
it? So I wanted to give some color, if that's okay with you guys.
okay. Yes.
Because Munchausen by proxy, because we're talking about it like we everybody knows what it is.
You're
But
right.
Munchausen by proxy is a psychological disorder marked by attention-seeking behavior by a caregiver through those who are in their care. So somebody who's in their care and they've given everything, they have no idea what the outside world looks like, and it's relatively rare, right? I think God, I was watching, they gave the numbers like just gets ultra rare. So it's deliberate actions of the parents and the caregiver often to make the symptoms worse, right?
It's not always with
And
a child. It could be with your spouse.
oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
You live with like a hypochondriac woman, and she's always telling you you're sick, and then you start believing you're sick for sure.
Mhm.
Great call.
Like misery.
And then, yep, exactly, like misery, like fucking, I'm gonna break your fucking ankles.
Yes.
People with Munchausen syndrome by proxy may create or exaggerate a child's or person's wife, Dave. Dave, if you're in this, bro, blink twice. In several ways, they may simply lie about symptoms or alter tests, such as contaminating the urine sample, falsify medical records, or they may just actually induce symptoms through various means, such as poisoning, suffocating, starving, or causing infection. So this person that you've given everything to and you trust to be your everything is actually the one keeping you sick. So, and it's like Sam said, for monetary advantage as well as the sympathy of family members, friends, free trips, things like that. So there's a I don't want you to grow up feeling, and there's also like a monetary thing. So it kind of symbiotically fucking feeds off. It's sick as fuck. So
It is.
It is. But I mean, okay, I'm stuck in the middle because I get it when you're young. She went through a lot, right? But then she started getting older, and she went as
what's up,
far as
Jamie?
was able to steal a phone. She was able to get on a laptop. She created a Facebook page. So
It
at
was all
some point,
cries for help. But I mean, she still has this controlling, overbearing mother.
But I mean, I think we're gonna hold off to we should, I think, hold off to
okay,
the answer of the ultimate question here is that was she entitled to kill this woman? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's a
that
very polarizing question because you're thinking like it's your mother, but this is what your mother was doing to you, stifling your life. Is your life autonomous? Like, do you have any feeling? Should you be able to have any? I'm sure there's people out there that are sympathizing with the mom, like, hey, just do what your mom says, you know.
right.
But like, that's such a shallow take. Well, I don't know if you want to answer that now or leave it for the end.
No, I
Well,
mean,
let's. I mean, it doesn't
what are
matter.
you torn on? Are you thinking that she should have been able to get away some way
Do you
different,
think
or
that?
do you think she was
You
a
think 10
part of
years
the
is?
conspiracy?
I think she's way smarter than
Oh
we
yeah,
actually are looking at.
yeah.
And I think and to be honest with you, I think that now that um the boyfriend that killed the mom is trying to get a retrial and reopen the whole thing again, I think there's going to be more light to be shed on that.
One thing I found interesting is in his interrogation, or in his, I guess it's an interrogation, he was like, I have multiple personality disorder, and I told her, and it's in the text from them, and I told her, what was his was it Victor
Yeah,
or
it
Vince?
was
It was
Victor.
Victor.
Vince.
So Victor, was it, or was it Vincent? I think it was Victor.
Victor, I think I want to
I
say.
think so. He's like, he's going to do this. He won't mess up, blah, blah, blah. Because here's what I don't know, my kind of thoughts on this. Because she had been manipulated her whole life. She knew how to see and manipulate someone else.
Yeah,
So she
she's
found
fucking
this boy who
mhm.
has Asperger's, and
Killer
claims
instincts and like in
he
role
has
play
multiple
fantasies.
personality disorder, which he probably does, and says, okay, here's what I need you to do. I can't do it myself, but I'm going to use you. Now, also, probably being smarter than we think or know, um, he's doing life. She's out or getting out, because she has the abused, she pled guilty to second-degree murder for a reduced sentence
It was a plea
because
deal. Plea deal. Yeah.
yeah, plea deal. But part of it was because I've had this, and it's like being an abused woman in a relationship or in a marriage, but they go, you've endured all this. But I mean, I think part of the reason she knew that could happen is because her mom ingrained that in her and it made her manipulative as well.
I
But
mean,
remember what she did.
Sansa Stark learned from fucking Cersei. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes,
she ended
exactly.
up being a badass. Like, that's the way it is.
I agree.
Well, remember what she did. The night of the night that he came in to kill her, she provided the gloves.
Yep.
She provided the murder weapon.
She bought it.
She
Yeah.
told him, "Don't call me to let me know you're outside. I will open the door for you. Don't touch anything." So her mind already knew. She's been plotting this for a while.
Well, there's no
It
question that
wasn't like
She
I
just
think
knew
there's
she couldn't do the deed. You know what I mean?
yeah, there's no question that she was in there. She made it happen. There's even a video. I don't know if I can play it here, but there's a video of how to do it. She sent him a video, like, and there's a stabbing motion over the bed.
They
Like,
had research. Do we do cyanide?
for
Do we do
sure.
arson? Do we do
No question.
whatever it may be?
The question is, I think, is it 10 years enough? Not that if she would have gotten anything.
Well,
You know?
Well,
agree.
here's the other question. Is 10 years enough, but also the fame that she's doing now?
No one would have calculated
Are we
that.
are you know what I mean? Are we as people, because we're invested in the story, right?
Mhm.
But you've got a lot of these content creators, you've got a lot of, of these people that are bringing her on television and making it like she's this, beautiful person that didn't do anything wrong. Are we making it worse for her or better?
Good question. I think we're feeding into more. We're feeding into what's going to give
Mhm.
her money in the end, but it's also going to make her. So in the end of this story, goddamn, we're jumping around. At the end of the
Yeah.
story, she's, a question comes up. She has the opportunity to go with a man, like when she gets out, and she's thinking, "Is
does.
that?" Hey, thank you. Wait, what?
Okay, don't go too deep. Just give me 2 seconds. I will be right back.
Yeah, I want to
apologize.
play something actually when you get back.
Okay.
So if that's okay, I want to give some color to the doctor thing that we were talking earlier. Remember you asked like
Yes.
what
Because
happened? Like what about the doctors? Who would put a feeding tube in a kid? I think I have a clip that I brought up that might colorize that.
and then her teeth rotten with all the medication that she was
Of course.
taking.
Yeah.
And at such a young age, she had, well, as we know, she was a young age, but technically she was a lot older,
Right.
and she had all her teeth removed. And
She had a couple of them, and then, but she thought she had muscular dystrophy. She thought she had fucking asthma. She thought she had leukemia at one point, which is cancer of the blood.
Yeah.
So like you're not fucking around here. It's not like you're thinking like, oh, she was. Her family thought she needed a wheelchair for everything, and then when she finally left and there was no wheelchair,
which
people were
is
like,
really,
what the fuck is going on? This woman has always told us that our family member is fucking cripple, and now she's not cripple suddenly.
well, her friend, remember her friend Christina, I think it was, that lived across the street.
Mhm.
She even talks about her now that she feels bad
Right.
for that, and Christina was like an actual friend to her and cared about her.
Right.
And she was hurt when she found out that she could actually walk and she could actually do all this stuff.
Imagine. So a lot of questions come up, right? Yeah, I know you. And if we were watching this together, you'd look at me and be like, nah, bullshit. Why don't you just say something? You know what I'm saying? You see the other kids fucking playing. You're not playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know my mom is
Get in
telling me
your
I can't
bed.
play, but I can move my fucking legs, Like,
Yeah.
it's not like there's a solution here. But
I just feel bad for her too with a lot of the shit she went through. I mean, also, you see her friends playing out there. You don't see the mom treating the kids that way,
right.
and you're sitting there going to bed with a dog chain around your neck because your mom doesn't want you to run away again. Like that's some pretty heavy stuff,
Her mom really loved her. Put a dog collar on her ass. I love you.
Right? I mean,
so let me share the screen here. Sorry.
Okay.
You can go on and say what you wanted to say, but like I said, this was going to be, I wanted to wait for you, Sam, because this is going to be like a little bit of color to what we were talking about here as far as why the doctors didn't do much. So let's please let me know if you want me to stop it to talk.
Okay. I don't hear anything.
You don't hear anything?
Oh, no.
Mm-mm. I can read it, but I don't hear anything.
Let's see. Let me try to stream that again. Chrome tab. I see. I have to attach it to this. Be there in just a sec.
You're fine.
So yeah, it's that's a good question though. Like, what these doctors, like any doctor, they just don't they don't want to seem like they're culpable at this point, and they seem really sketchy in this one. This is the one you
Well, now
have.
now the question is, are they covering their ass so they don't get in trouble? Because here
Yes.
she
Of
could
course they
sue
are.
them now,
1,000%.
believe, right? She could probably sue them now or no?
I don't
Maybe the
know. That's a great
statutes.
question. I say it's a damn show.
Too
Somebody gonna
far away.
try. Somebody gonna try.
That for humanity.
You hear now?
Oh, here we go. We got it.
The house was made custom to suit her needs. Let's include a wheelchair ramp. Let's include bigger doors. Let's make this a home that they could really, really call their own.
Even though I do like to walk, I was so happy that I cried. Because all my life, I never lived in a home that was ours.
That house was essentially an extension of the love and care the community gave to this pair. But it was all a scam.
It's
Let me stop it right there for a second.
yeah.
What do you? I mean, to me, for a moment, it feels like just the house part of it, and just like the community recognition part of it. That's what makes it seem to me like it's a little bit like you're a little bit interested in getting things from people,
Oh yeah.
right?
Well,
Not just
she
on her
even
part,
said-
but obviously as Gypsy said, right?
she's like, this is the first time we had something that was our own. I mean,
So I'll just
kinda-
play the part that I'm
I'll
still
play
sick.
the part.
So that kind of takes away from like the perfection that is, Gypsy.
Mhm.
Gypsy was kind of in on it, and I don't know. I went in and out of during the series of like, oh shit, that is horrible, but also you're kind of riding that wave, girl.
Yeah. And let me tell you, for them to give you a home, I mean, I've got a friend of mine, a very good family member, and they got it through the children's hospital. They got a home because she lost her legs at 13, and they gave her a home. So and to look at this, and I'm just going like, damn, you really manipulated the fucking system.
Yeah.
You
But you have to
really
destroy a
did.
whole ass life in the middle of it. And like also you have to give somebody to the system for it to work. Like
And
wholeheartedly.
And you took something that maybe somebody else really, really needed it at that time, which makes it even horrible. Because if you look at it, go, damn, do I give you the piece of bread that you're starving, or do I keep it for myself? I might not be starving. I might have a roof over my head, and it might not be perfect, but I got something over my head that keeps me warm at night. Versus somebody who's sitting on the street, they can get this. Like, and it doesn't seem like she has any remorse on anything when she talks about this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't see any like feelings in her face, like, oh, well, this is it. Like, that's the kind of feeling I'm getting. But a part of me wants to feel bad for her because of what she's gone through.
I'm not sure that
A huge part of me,
mean-
the biggest part of me feels bad.
no, a huge part of me feels bad, and I think that part of her not feeling remorse at this point is because with all the abuse that she took, I don't think she has the capability of empathy at this point. I don't know if she understands, you know what I mean? She wasn't taught it. She has, her whole life she's been told she's one. And even at that point, she probably, let's be real, she probably wasn't on it, but she probably thought she had to be. You know what I mean?
That's a great point. And I didn't think about that. She's almost like her own being complicit. She's sequestered with being complicit. She has to be.
I mean,
Because you also don't know anything else. It's like, but at the same time, a part of like the street smart part of me is like, shut the fuck up, man. I know I can walk. This girl right here is like, she's like 19 years old and she's in a wheelchair like that with her feet like that. She lived in a Disney like world.
mhm.
you know? So a part of me is
Yeah.
like, oh my God, her sheltered. I'm so sorry. Her mind must have been broken. But at the same time, I'm like, wake the fuck up. Like, wake the fuck
Right.
up. What are you doing? Yeah, just, you know, this ain't right. You know?
But then you look at her and you feel bad because you look at this and you're like, damn, she really looks young. But then in her videos in her documentary where she's dressed up like, Cinderella and, all these
Right.
characters from
She believed
Disneyland.
it.
And yeah, well, that's how when she met her boyfriend, the one that killed her mom, she went dressed up into a movie theater.
Right. Because she had
And
no
they had
clothes.
sex in the bathroom.
Right.
That's what
So
I'm
she's
saying.
kind
Like
of a
that,
little hoe too.
Well,
she
she's
was
like,
very
I
sexual.
planned my losing my virginity, so we did it in the bathroom. But she also had planned that
Good
meet for her
story.
mom, like, oh, let's see if she likes you just by happenstance meeting you in the movie theater. Her
Right.
mom obviously hated him because
So
I
to give
mean,
context, she looked like this. Right, what Sam is saying is she looked like this. She got with her boyfriend through Facebook. So at night she made a Facebook profile and she would like undercover like make a fake like Amber Rose, for example, and then she attracted this
it was
guy,
Emma.
Emma, right?
I think
And
it was
then
Emma.
and then she got with this guy Nick, and then they went and decided to do a movie together, like some kind of a movie night at a movie theater. And then I'm gonna go with my mom, looking like this, apparently somehow, and then this is what got me. I'm like, what? I think I was a little bit too high at the moment, but I was like, okay, so she went to this fucking movie theater like that, right? And then
She dressed up.
her,
She always
her boy
dressed
Nick,
up. Yeah.
right? And she dressed up like this, like a crazy person, like a fucking striper in a wheelchair. And then she would meet the guy Nick at the movie theater, and then she'd go to the bathroom, and then Nick would go to the bathroom, and then they would plan to have sex there. And then she said, like, that's the first time I ever saw a penis, other than my grandfather.
Oh, see, that wasn't in the 2018 one.
Right. So I like this because you bring a different perspective, and
Yeah.
I don't believe this whole chick's shtick. I just want to put that out there.
Okay, so I was trying to think of the syndrome. It's almost like she had Stockholm syndrome because of the
Totally.
yeah. So I mean, hence the reason. No, hence the reason I think she was in on it because of the Stockholm syndrome of mom has been whatever, but yeah.
But that Stockholm syndrome
Okay.
immediately imploded when she was like, fuck it, let's kill my mom, like in a night.
But here's the thing, though.
Right.
If the mom was so protective of her, why didn't the mom bust open the doors?
Why didn't the mom just go to the bathroom with her when she said she had to
She-
go to the
she went to the
bathroom?
All right,
Yeah,
let's play.
why didn't the mom do all that?
Let's play a little bit more. Right, that's a good question. Yeah, because
I thought that too when I was
yeah,
watching it.
you're
by the way.
totally right. Because she
went all the
found
way
her
to
in
the
the hall.
bathroom.
she knew she went to the bathroom and heard them, and because she called her a slut, right?
Mm-hmm. How
So
come
how
the
did she know
mom
she was a
didn't open the
slut?
door?
Because she was there. She was in there, right? I think I missed
So-
that part.
No,
But she
it's
called her a
weird
slut
because
in the end.
in the 2018 one, she said her mom had come to find her, but they had made it out to the hallway before her mom saw her, and then she had said something like, "Hey, I just want to be his friend," and her mom took her back in the bathroom and slapped her.
Damn.
So maybe she's
Okay.
adding new things to the
That
new
was
one.
not a part of what I thought, and I was intently
Yeah, that's not what I
watching.
heard. I know. I don't
Mhm.
remember that part in the new one. My understanding was the mom went all the way to the bathroom, heard it, and then turned back around, went back and sat at her seat and just waited for her.
Heard
So
it.
she
Heard,
changed.
but he couldn't get an erection, is what he said. She said.
Oh well, she's
Is it-
changing her story.
She's changing her story because I heard the guy couldn't fucking get it up, and he's like, he couldn't get an. She talks like he can't get an erection.
She talks like a child. She
Which is-
does, which I understand, but
Rose, why was that? Why did she talk so high pitched?
I don't know why she talks so high pitched.
They said it in the thing. She's like, that's it, but very, very quickly.
Oh, you know what? I guess I didn't pay attention to that part.
Yeah,
I was
because
more
I
like,
mean that's on everybody's mind. And sick fucking perverts, like how many people get back to her online and shit, like write to her like, oh, I love you and all that bullshit.
mhm.
Sick perverts like that shit. Like the fact that
Mhm.
she's like, she's like
She's stunted.
that's part of the mystique. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's disgusting. It's
It
disgusting.
is.
You guys want to watch a little bit more of this? I'm gonna give
Yeah.
it a little more color. Let's see.
We're good.
I felt a small bit of jealousy because she was allowed to hang out with her friends and go shopping and have a boyfriend and just live her life.
Gypsy was blossoming into a adolescent female with certain sexual needs and social needs. She had a need to just connect with somebody, have a boyfriend, go out on a date, and hopefully, without her mother attached to her.
My
Can we ta-
mother had
one
just
time for
started
how
a
ugly this bitch
Facebook
is, right?
profile.
One time for how ugly this chick is, bro. I'm sorry.
I know.
We're gonna go to hell.
Oh,
Make sure
yeah.
you tune into that show, dude.
Look, a
This
part of me
chick,
feels bad because, you know, with her, she said her happiest moment was when she was in prison sitting on the bench and saying she was finally free. And I look at this and she looks freaking happy.
she has to be. She's in captivity, but more. I think what really gets me more than that is that she has to look like this with the teeth, the glasses. You know, little girls going through puberty sometimes aren't that pretty anyway. But like, she has to look like that on top of that, whatever what she's going through.
Dude,
And,
that was me in junior high anyway. I had glasses, braces. I look like shit.
No, but then she
But
lost
then I got to
teeth.
have a glow up.
But did you have a fucking electric wheelchair and get to go to Disney World to meet
No.
meet Prince as your last
I had a glow up. I didn't have to stay looking all fugly
right,
there.
right, right.
Sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what gets me more than that. My point is, like,
I know.
she has to look like that. Why does she have to do like all of that is unnecessary? She would be like 45% like prettier, like a little girl, you know? She's not sick, is my point.
No,
Which
all
is
the
ridiculous.
medicine made her teeth that way. I mean, my daughter has epilepsy, my oldest, and just the meds she's had to take for that have messed with her teeth, and I feel horrible about it, but she actually has a real thing. You know what I mean? And having to take these heavy duty meds for nothing, could you imagine what havoc it's wrecked on her body? Even now, I'm sure she's feeling the effects of it. I mean, it's just insane.
You got it, May. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of details in this story. She does look happy, retardedly happy. Like, absolutely just she's down for whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rock is down for whatever. She's almost the opposite point. It's incredible. There's so much geometry happening in her face.
Yes.
That is just incredible. But
She looks so happy. I mean, she's got to be happy if she went to Disneyland and she went to all of these. I mean,
look at the
what
difference.
child is, you know, and look at her now.
Look at her now. She's still missing that tooth like me. But yeah, that's okay.
I mean, all the money from all these things.
The thing is, I look like a hockey
never
player.
fix them.
But it doesn't matter what she looks like at this point. She's double down, bro. She's fucking quadruple down these to do whatever the fuck you want. She is drooly drool. But look at that difference is incredible. Like,
but she looks like,
I honestly,
you know,
grows her hair, puts on a little weight, has better teeth. You know what I mean?
She got her results back from her DNA test. 25 and me. Bitch got some extra chromosomes, okay? Rock steady.
Oh, very nice.
She's double down, bro. She'd be great in Vegas. Hit me again.
Well, I heard she's going to be in Vegas soon.
That's fun.
She will be coming to Vegas soon.
Who?
Oh, is she?
What's she gonna do? She's not a celebrity. She was just molested. Like, she's not like.
Is it a book deal or what?
What is she coming to do? Look how molested I was.
I don't know. She's doing some type of thing out there. She's traveling around and she's getting her. I don't know.
Oh, come on now. I guess I'll sign her book. I'll sign her titty.
Oh. You know, I'm I want to feel bad for her, but then I see her. Here's the thing. I look at the story and I'm looking at her now. And the thing she said, like with her ex, like, well, I did my time and now he needs to do his time. You know, I paid for my crime. He needs to pay for his crime. Well, sweetheart, he wouldn't be in the situation if you didn't put him there. You know what I mean? He's getting life. You only got 8 years.
I honestly think she has no empathy. I honestly think she's
devoid
of any real actual emotion. I think she's the definition of a narcissist because of the way she has been.
And she was an only child, right? Was she an only child?
Yes. Yes. Sorry.
That only child syndrome with like you can, yeah, I read that too. The only child syndrome, fucking your mom is a nurse. So much clout is given to her because she's like, obviously she's not gonna fuck around with their own kid. That's why. And here's another thing I wanted to bring up was the dad was a little bit hands off. Although you said, Sam, that he like paid and shit, that's cool. But like he was like, these people are Cajun too. They're like, I just trusted everything was okay.
He tried to be, but mom actually to him was like, she controlled when he could visit. He tried to visit, and then to Gypsy was like, mom to Gypsy was like, your dad he abandoned us and blah blah blah. So she drove the wedge between them, and he was like, I felt bad that I wanted to be there, but she kept moving and moving and moving, which, as being a mother of a child who and her dad and I divorced, you have to get permission to do that. To be honest, they don't just let you move willy-nilly out of the state or even 2 hours away. So, I mean, somehow, I mean, obviously he probably signed off on it, but I mean, it's tough to actually move away with your kids if you need to, even if you need to, you know what I mean?
I think it depends on the state.
Nebraska's tough.
So, I mean, I know for here, when my ex moved to San Fran, you know, there was a time and they didn't ask for anything. They just wanted to make sure I knew where he was going, and that was it.
If he moves, that's fine. But if you move a child, that's different. They can control where you move.
I'm sorry. I heard it in Rocksteady Voice. Princess Spazalon.
I can hear it too. Jesus Christ.
Christ, right? It's just like ingrained in our mind. He's a Sith. Fuck. I only hear his voice.
No, if I
come to the dark side. Imagine if Siths were fucking Australian. Oh man.
No, honestly, if I ever wanted to move with my kids, I had, well, other than my oldest, because her dad moved first. If I wanted to move away with Alex, I would have had to gotten permission, and her dad could have blocked me from moving anyway. So,
and here's the other question I have. Okay.
Yeah, it's a big thing. You can't move. I'm sorry, Rose. Yeah, you can't. Unless your dad just moves and just leaves you and never comes back. He goes to the big milk store in the sky and he never comes back. He wants to get cigarettes like fucking literally 35 years ago. He went to get cigarettes so long ago.
Here's my other question. Okay, she said she moved because of Hurricane Katrina, right?
Mm-hmm.
To Missouri. Mm-hmm. You would think because she lost all her medical records, supposedly that the doctors would
cap, as the kids say.
The guy in Springfield retested her and said, she has nothing. You should be happy. I found nothing. She's fine.
Right.
And she goes, no, you're wrong. And she was like, nope, you're wrong. He filed a thing saying, he wrote a paper saying, I think this is Munchausen's by proxy. And he never called CPS. So the guy, now let's be real.
I'm trying to find that part for you.
I lived in Branson.
You lived in Branson, Missouri?
I did.
You did?
I did.
Wow,
I was before I had Alex. But the doctors down in Branson and Springfield are not great. So there's that.
But they still went ahead and put a feeding tube in her.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to jump around to that and find parts in the documentary.
Let me see if
because I have it all, so it's fantastic. But this is, so everybody knows, this is the guy, this is Grandpa who diddled her. In the New Testament.
The doll in the back. Isn't that the doll that she dresses up like?
Bring, 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 bring,
hold on.
bring.
I don't know what I'm saying here.
Bring, bring, bring.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Look at the doll in the back.
Like that last picture that we saw. It looks just like that doll.
Yeah. Look at the doll. Yeah.
I'm starting to see a pattern here, ladies. This is fucked up. So there's more of the grandpa. They're talking about the grandpa here in the thing, and she's going back and this is her family kind of saying that,
abuse situation to just flip on a dime. When they're with their mother, they look really sick. They play the part. But then as soon as mother leaves, all of a sudden the kid is perfectly normal.
Dee Dee came out and was pissed. She was screaming, "Don't you know she's crippled?" And I said, "We all seen different." Dee Dee pulled her off of the trampoline, put her in her wheelchair, and rolled her in the house for the rest of the day. You know?
We had heard from some of her family that Gypsy could walk. I was confused, but the relationship that Dee Dee allowed Gypsy and I to have was so fragile that, I didn't do my due diligence like I should have.
Is he Irish?
No, he's Cajun. I don't know. He's from
But did you hear
Louisiana.
like due diligence? Like
I know.
what?
We've got a voicemail here from
Oh,
May.
sweet.
Let me go ahead and play this real quick.
Give you a true story of my family. My mom was brought back to New York from Chicago by her mother. And in Jewish religion, getting a get is not always easy to get. I know that sounds really dumb, but give or take, yeah, my mom never saw her father again. And she was raised by my great-grandmother and her mother. So you want to talk about a weird kind of, there's got to be some sort of law about taking your kid from one state to another for sure. But just some information I thought I'd throw along in here. No big deal.
I don't think there used to be any laws against that, but I think there are now.
I think the more fucking right there at the bottom, leave a recorded message on IG, roses are red _podcast, bud.
Yes, please leave
Ooh,
messages.
I love how the host was ready for that one. She's good.
Good job.
Good job, host. Fucking A.
I'm getting there.
That's my
Learning
girl.
from the best.
Yeah, I was right. Where is he? So yeah, I guess this part of I was trying to jump around to find as we speak, like what we're talking about. And that was pretty much when the family found out that she was able to walk. And the dad's kind of hands off. And the dad's kind of like,
He's kind of changing his story a touch too. He's like, "Oh, I was great." And now, oh wait, maybe I wasn't.
Right. Exactly. Right. And then how their family, this is the stepmom, the one that was like always down to, like in her corner, even at the end here. It's pretty much, and also like I thought, I don't know, I could have a cynical mind. I was thinking like, fuck, she went, like she killed her mom, but like she almost had like a fail-safe mom. It wasn't like she was gonna be without a mom. You feel me?
Right. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I was wondering if she felt that way about, I don't know, the stepmom's name, I forgot.
Yeah.
But is that the same? Like she'd be like, I'm good. I got a mom that I like, and I get to kill my mom. But do you think she was really naive to how many years she would get for killing someone?
Mm-hmm.
She had no idea. She said.
I don't know. I think she knew she could. Again, because of the years of abuse and manipulation, she had the best teacher to manipulate and abuse. So I think she knew that, but because of that, she could scam the system in a way of, here's what had happened to me. Now, in the one that I watched, she goes, "I never realized anything was going wrong. I wasn't sick until my lawyer told me,
right?
When I was being arraigned." And I'm like, I don't think that's bullshit. No, don't get me wrong. I think she, at some point, I think she fucking figured it out. She didn't find out at her trial. You know what I mean?
Right.
That was not the aha moment, right?
Aha. Okay. All right.
You know what I mean?
She figured out that she could walk when she ran away the first time.
Well,
Remember,
she knew she could walk, but she always thought she always thought she had cancer and whatever.
Leukemia, asthma, multiple sclerosis, like serious shit.
Yeah. Cerebral palsy, which she had no. That's what her mom said. I was like, wait, well, hold on. She was not exhibiting any, and that again, I go back to that one neurologist. He goes, all of her muscle function was fine. She didn't have,
Right.
But remember, she said on one of those, she goes, they said that, she said, "Oh, you have what she said, she was allergic to sugar or something, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "I don't know. My mom would say that because I would have chocolate all the time. I would eat chocolate, but she would give me all this medication that would make me sick. I wasn't sick because of the chocolate. I was sick because of the medication." So she had to know at that point when that happened, because for her to come out now to say that and say, okay, well, at this time, this was what's going on. Well, at some point it had to come out, and she
Well,
had to
right.
say,
She knew. I think initially, when she was figuring out, she's like, all right, we're gonna fucking kill mom because she's fucked with me this whole time. But she didn't. It wasn't that she found out at her trial. There's no way.
No. I'm sure she was informed, but like when she was planning it out,
I
did
think
she
she knew.
think yeah, because she's smarter. I think Sam, Rose, you're in the same camp. Like she's smarter
Yeah.
than she's letting on, right? Like
Yeah.
she's not.
Yeah.
She's playing the system as well. Okay.
However, yeah.
I got.
Part of
Come on
me
now,
wants to give her a
you
pass because of all the abuse, but then other part of
That's what
me
makes it
goes,
so polarizing. Yep, exactly.
that's what I'm
Like,
saying. I'm torn.
do
I
you give
want to
this
feel
person
bad
a
for her.
carte blanche to do whatever you want? Like you've done it, you've gone through enough, or like, wait a
well,
minute, how
but does
complicit were
she
you?
really know right from wrong at this moment? You know what I mean? Was she taught the correct way to where, I mean, innately, I think we all kind of know right from wrong, but if you're, Jesus Christ.
Maybe it was the last where her mom
Fuck
cartwheels around.
off.
Whee!
Okay, here's another question.
But she didn't do the jump into the. There was a video that they had where she was like, "I'm gonna jump in the snow," and she pushed off, and like it was like face plant. But I'm like, would somebody who can't walk fucking do that?
They were like,
It's pretty funny. I was
Okay,
like,
so here's
this
another
is gonna go
question.
on. Who's coming with me?
no,
Here's the question
send us your
that now comes into play.
Hmm.
If this story comes up with another person, right? Do we do the same shit that we're doing to Gypsy to that other person?
No,
I mean,
because
it depends how the other person handles it.
now there's
But I
awareness.
mean, if it's the same thing, if it's something the same thing, they have the Munchausen proxy, the mother's done all this, they go ahead and kill the family. Do
Is there
we?
another story we need to know about? I feel like you
There is
know
another
something.
one.
All
There is.
right.
There has to be other Munchausen
This
by
is setting
proxy stories.
precedents.
Well, the first Munchausen by proxy story ever was a movie called Mother Dearest.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So
There's Mommy Dearest,
Mommy
where the
Dearest.
mom would beat her with the coat hangers, the
Right.
metal coat
No
hangers.
more
and
wire hangers.
trust me, I was really invested in that story when I was a kid. I was like, damn, I never want my mom to do that to me.
So
Because my mom would go,
what makes you so invested in this one, Rose? Like, why do you feel like? Because we've talked about a lot of different things, and some things you're like icky. I don't want to talk about that, and other things I'm like, this is pretty fucking heavy.
it is
So, like,
heavy.
what makes you attracted to this kind of story as compared to other stories that we've tackled? And you're like, ew.
this, you know why this one is because the amount of fame she's getting for something so horrible and tragic. The amount of fame, the amount of it's okay what you did. That's kind of the feeling. I mean, like it's okay you killed your mom, no problem. We're just going to give you a $10,000 book deal or $1 million, TV
But
show.
did you think?
Do you feel like this is our society at this point? I mean, had this happened 20 years ago, she would have not had the notoriety that she does now. Would they have done a 2020? Would they have done a Dateline? Of course.
Yeah.
But she wasn't going to get the
But not a
fame and
TikTok
notoriety.
star.
No,
like
she
doing
would not get
TikTok,
that fame and notoriety as she does
right.
now. And honestly, she probably would have gone to jail for a little bit
And she
longer.
wouldn't have met
I
her
mean,
newest, and she wouldn't have met her newest husband, which found her on
Right.
social media and all that kind of stuff. So,
Well, and here's the thing too. I thought under certain laws, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I can't remember the name, but I thought under certain laws you cannot make money off of your crime that you've committed. I thought there was a law like that.
she's not making money off of the actual crime. She's making money off the notoriety of doing time
Of her story.
of her story, which is,
mhm.
dude, a
But
lot of
it's
people
still the
kill people,
crime
write a
she
book.
did.
A lot of people kill people, write a book. Sure.
I mean,
No,
didn't
but
OJ
the
write a
new
book?
law.
What if I did it?
Right. Oh my God.
But look at
He did,
OJ.
right?
He
It's
said
all off of the
something like
price of
that. He
beer
wrote a
right
book
away.
and it said, "What if?" I think it was that. I don't know if I'm exact on that, but
Give me a moment.
he did come
Mhm.
out with something like, "Maybe I did. Can't
Excuse
try
me.
me again. I've been acquitted. If I did it, yeah. See, I'm right."
You're fucking right. You're a treasure. If I did it, Confessions of a Killer is O.J. Simpson and Pablo Fuengirola in Simpson's
Right.
put forth by supposedly hypothetical description of the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. According to Fenton, the book is based on extensive discussions with Simpson, while Simpson's former manager Norman Pardo claimed that Simpson was not involved in writing a book, but rather accepted $600,000 to say he had written it and conduct an interview. This is very complicated. That's another thing.
It's
Talk about it.
It's a
That's
lot.
another story for another day.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Knew that, like, so yeah,
he's
he's totally
profiting off of
his shit.
But he did
All
get
right.
acquitted, I guess. Maybe that doesn't apply. But
Let's play this a little bit.
Forward a little bit.
Hold
Let's fast
on.
forward a little bit.
I got
So
one
you
thing
know
before.
how Gypsy. Oh,
I got one thing before. I'm sorry, because it's just to stay in the context of this, and then I promise you can move on. Just want to do one thing. Sorry, this is important.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
And Sam hasn't seen it.
Yes. How are you?
You're right, he does sound Irish.
I'm good.
I'm good. That's a pot of gold.
When you do get out, I'm definitely always going to be a big part of your life. But what do you think? You're going to need from me as a father.
My mom had told me so much crap, and I don't know what's the truth and what's a lie, and we're going to have to dive into some hard conversations.
Yeah.
So I just need you to tell me, what's the truth and what's a lie, what she told me.
I wasn't the best dad. Should have went check, and I had suspicions. I mean, I'm not trying to make excuses, but it was hard not to believe Dee Dee. Doctors believed that. Her friends, neighborhood, everyone believed those lies.
Since childhood, my mother lied about my age. When I thought that I was 15, I found my Medicaid card.
And it was
and
actually
said
her
that I was
Medicare
actually
card. by the way.
19. At that time, I met this guy, Dan, at Vision Con.
And that's it. I wanted to, everyone.
Right, that's the
I'm
one
so
that
sorry
where
to cut
she
you
went
off.
back to his
I mean,
place. She ran away to him, and then the other two guys in the house knew her mom, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry to
and
cut you
then-
off, Rose. I didn't mean to do that. I felt it fit in what we were talking to do.
Yeah.
I just got chills from listening to the dad saying, "You know what? I was a fucked up dad. I should have done this. I should have done more."
Well,
and
He should have gone in. He should have
He was
actually
ever-
gone in if he was a good dad.
yeah, but I mean, but if he trusts his, I mean, if
don't
they
trust
if they're on
nobody. I don't
good
trust
terms-
nobody. You
If
don't
he
trust nobody.
trusts the doctors, I mean, here's the deal. I mean, you never know. I mean, I've made mistakes as a mom.
And you're trusting
things-
your ex-wife. She's been honest with you and saying things to you, and he doesn't know that she's.
Woo! She sure does. Looks like she was sucked dry. Just a vampire came in and it's like moments from death.
Shit.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
You cold, man. You cold. Yeah.
So then the mom. Okay, so she goes and meets Dan. Dan's
Yeah.
the first person she runs away with.
At that Comic-Con that we just saw.
Yes,
Mhm.
at the Comic-Con. She runs away with them. And the mom finds her. The mom convinced her to come back home. The minute the mom convinced her to come back home, the mom would
I thought mom went and said she's only 15. You're gonna get arrested, and they were like, "Fuck off! Here you go. You can have her back because we're not getting arrested." And then
Right.
she like handcuffed her and beat her and all that stuff afterwards. Am I wrong on that?
No, I think you are right on that one. I think it's the second one that the mom convinced her.
Mhm.
And then after that, her mom would put a dog collar, like if she was a dog, so she wouldn't leave again.
Like a shot collar?
Like a doggy collar, like if she was a dog, like basically a chain and tie her
And
to the bed.
it was attached to her, so any movement that she would make, she would be able to hear
Oh,
and feel.
yeah,
what
the
she's
first
doing, like
one.
putting a
Here's the
fucking bell on a
question.
cat.
Here's the question where it comes into hand.
We
How
should've done
did
it
she
with
leave to go get on that laptop? How did she leave to go make those phone
I'm
calls?
sure it wasn't a long-term thing. It was probably you're grounded for this many months, and then you've played your part and been. I have a.
You're super grounded. Now you have AIDS.
Well,
you have more shit.
meaning now you've paid your time. Now I trust you enough. I'm going to take it off because I don't think you're going to do this again. I mean, I feel
Well,
like,
the second
because she
time,
stopped
no.
it the first time. She had bells on the door. She handcuffed her. She beat her. She had to take her to the bathroom. I feel like the second time she was like, all right, here's this period of time where I'm going to treat you like a dog. I don't know. I didn't watch that, but I would
Yeah,
assume that it would be
she breaks her.
similar.
She
I mean,
breaks her like a
anytime
dog. Yeah.
we all know as parents, anytime you punish your kids, you're punishing yourself. So she couldn't do it forever, right?
For sure.
Right.
Right. And how long? That's a better question. That's something that raises an amazing question. How long in Dee Dee's mind do you think that she thought this would go on? Like, you know what I mean?
I
Like
think forever.
how long did she think that she was going to keep her daughter in a wheelchair and or a gurney?
I think she may. This is really dark. I think she probably had plans to kill her off with the medications that she was taking or whatever. And oh, poor me, go fund me with this. You know what I mean? She was
Right.
going to profit off of her daughter's death at some point. I
Mhm.
think that's where it was going.
But at
Because
some
then
point,
she's
your
going to be
mom
like the
knew.
martyr. You know what I mean?
You're grounded. No wheelchair and continue to sit in your room like a spud. Mom, you're triple grounded. Now, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put brakes on your wheelchair so you fucking
Again,
move.
I'm surprised she didn't fucking misery her and like her
Right.
ankles.
Right.
I mean,
It could have
basically.
happened.
So what
It was
was
probably heading that way.
when's the last time you guys saw Mommy Dearest?
I've never seen it.
Is that the
Oh
one?
God,
Is
that
that
was
the
back in high school.
Yeah, right? Is that the one where she poisoned her like by putting bleach in her cereal, in her soup? Right?
I'm trying to remember.
I've never seen it, but I think you're correct.
Yeah.
I think by knowing the way the show
I
went.
think I want to say you're correct, but I don't remember. God, it was back in high school. Like no, before high school. I think I was in middle school when I said snake.
1981 film with Faye Dunaway, Diana Scarwood.
It was a
Frank.
good movie.
It was. So adapted from Christina Crawford's 1978 autobiography of the same name. The film follows her and her brother Christopher's upbringing under the adoptive mother, actress Joan Crawford, depicting her as an abusive, controlling, and manipulative, prioritizing her Hollywood career over her family. So is it Munchausen by proxy? I don't know.
Okay, but here's the question I come back to, right? So now she's out, right? She's doing her thing, right? What makes it so different on a story that happened prior to this, that it's the same scenario that nobody got attention of? Why us? Well, I'm not saying us, but I'm saying why did the media and everybody pick this story to make it this big?
So when was the other story that happened?
It was the most acute. It was the most acute version of this that's ever been seen. So it's like the worst Munchausen.
Because there's another one that's just as similar as this that happened before.
Okay, well,
and I'm trying to think of the name right now. I don't think I wrote it down.
Like 10 years before, 20 years before.
I'm going to try to bring up
part of it,
the worst
I think,
cases.
is the way our media is going at this point. Everything is a story.
Okay.
10 years prior, I mean, could have made it on Dateline or 2020, sure, but it wasn't as public as it is now. You know what I mean? This happened. She murdered her mom in what, 2015?
Yeah, 2015.
Okay. So, I mean, 2015, I mean, kind of is the height of everything. Kind of, we're all on social media at this point. Were we in 2005? Social media was just barely starting. If at that, you know
I started
what I mean?
my YouTube channel in 2006.
It was MySpace. So MySpace was back then, right?
Yep.
Would this have been picked up at that point? Probably not. Facebook started a few years later. I don't know when Facebook started, but
let's see. So obviously she's good at the top of the list here.
Yes.
Get rid of this. So notable victims: Gypsy Rose Blanchard at the top, and then Olivia Grant died from the removal of her feeding tubes after years of medical abuse by her mother, Kelly Renee Turner Gant. Turner Gant was convicted in 2022. So I wonder. So far I'm seeing like recent stuff. I wonder how back this goes.
I mean, I'm sure it goes.
Don't you move, boy. You got Munchausen now. Child victim of
You got
her.
Munchausen.
Goddamn. I'm gonna
Got
feed you this
Munchausen's.
bleach, motherfucker. She survived, later documented in her memoir, Sickened. So there's another rabbit hole to go down, Rose.
Oh.
Sickened, a memoir of Munchausen, Julie Gregory. And then a girl who was convicted and suffered from terminal cancer by her parents' situation by Munchausen by proxy, using community donations as a wild-scale fraud. There's money involved, bro. Of course.
There's always money involved.
Killed due to
Yeah.
brain swelling induced by repeated salt poisoning by mother Lacey Spears, who
Oh,
was later
Jesus.
convicted. Okay.
When was that, though?
Let's check it. Murder of Garnet Thompson Spears, 2014. So everything's kind of recent. Is this a psychosis of recent shit, or is this a real thing?
So is this a conspiracy of?
No,
What's going on? I mean,
it's all pretty
now
new.
I'm gonna look at my kids and be like, "Look, I love you. I'm gonna hug my kids. I love you."
I feel like
Same.
things are more
2015,
documented
Sam?
now, but yeah, jeez Louise.
2015.
Yeah, why
murder
was
of
that one?
Thompson.
Here's why. I mean, that one wasn't as long term of
Sexy.
abuse. The kid was 5, right?
Right.
It happened quick. With Gypsy Rose, this was a
Over time.
lifelong.
It's the most
over
diabolical
time.
version, right?
Yeah, it is
Mhm.
the most diabolical. It's the most salacious story that is involved in this. So, there's other stories and other Munchausen's by proxy.
Munchausen.
But I think Munchausen.
9. That's my girl. As of January 2023, she is imprisoned at Bedford Hills Correctional Facility for Women and eligible for parole no earlier than June 12th, 2034. Lacey Spears. We should do one on her too.
We should.
I'm down. I gotta
I'm
find
down
something
for that one.
to share.
I think that's the one that I was told about prior to
But
the
I-
Gypsy Rose one.
Yeah, Gypsy Rose is very salacious. There's all sorts of factors. There's the
And then she turned into an adult, right? That's part of the salation, is that
Well,
now she gets
yeah.
to make her own decisions and like date and fuck and right.
Right. That's the thing. I mean, it's not just, oh, poor this kid. It's, oh, poor this kid who killed her mom because of this and manipulated a boy who probably wouldn't have done anything like this. I mean, granted, he had gotten caught
Nick.
in a
Nick was ready to kill somebody.
Nick
one who
got
killed-
caught, and the only thing he had done prior to that was he was whacking off in a Walmart parking lot watching porn. I mean, I don't think he was going to kill
But he had an
anybody.
alter ego. He had an alter ego that was a vampire.
I think
that
he pretended that.
he was living it. This is role play. He wanted to be that. He wanted to be the vampire Lestat. You know?
Yeah,
He
well,
wanted to
let's be real. I don't think she forced it out of him, and I think that's the salacious part of it. She's like, "Oh, let me manipulate you into bringing out your dark side." I mean,
or maybe he saw her as the weak one, and with her
yeah.
but she was really in control. She was like, "Oh yeah, come save me. I don't need to save. I'm gonna manipulate your ass." You know.
Well, in the one that I watched, she was like, "Yeah." Initially, when I found him on ChristianSingles.com,
That was another thing I laughed at.
hilarious.
Yeah.
She goes, I told him I was in a wheelchair, and he was like, "It's fine. You have beauty inside." And I'm like, And then she's like, and a month later, I was like, "Never mind, I could walk."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she was totally manipulated him.
Okay, so here, all right, now we're going to fast forward a little bit. Let's fast forward to
Tell me where I can find some stuff. Go for it.
Let's fast forward to now where we're at now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you think the guy that she's with, I don't see this marriage going anywhere. Me personally, I don't. The reason why I say that is because
I'll get to that.
For one, he wasn't honest with her. For
About
two,
what?
she cheated on him
About what?
already.
Cheated?
Yeah, she cheated on
In
him
jail?
with someone else. Yeah.
What do you mean cheated? She's basically a virgin.
She
thought that
even admits to it. She admits to it in one of her interviews that she had recently, that she had cheated on him and he accepted and he was okay with it. So she was seeing somebody else
From
when she was
jail,
with him
which means
after
nothing was-
they had gotten married. After
So
they had
is it
gotten married in jail.
Oh, there's a new.
After they got married in jail, she cheated
Oh,
on him with another
Wasn't it that
man.
she called somebody like her boyfriend called her or something? Her ex-boyfriend.
No,
like
not
an
that person,
emotional
somebody
cheating?
else.
Nobody's
yeah,
getting fucked in jail.
I don't like I said, I just know what she said. She said she had cheated on him. Her husband now was okay with it. And they asked her, was it with your ex, the one that
Was it cut?
killed her mom? And she said, no, it was somebody else.
I got you. I'll bring that up. But I can tell you you're on the right track, but cheating, remember, she has the mind of like a fucking 3-year-old. She thinks cheating is kissing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she's like, "Oh,
Or
I'm pregnant now through the mouth."
sexting. Or
Yeah,
sexting. Yeah.
right. But the
Fucking rock.
situation had a massive effect on her father. He couldn't eat food easily, especially vegetables. He had trouble swallowing her wheelchair. Ooh. You have to take it down piece by piece. Melt that bitch down. Yeah, like she had options, right? Like, well, actually, Rock, you're right. She gets tons of mail. Like I think thousands, maybe tens of thousands of people
How
want
many
to date her.
fucking chicks want to date dudes in prison? There's a
Yeah,
whole
with life
IG.
sentences.
There's a whole
thing
IG
about
thing
that.
about like guys in prison,
Yeah.
you know, wanting to. It's like a IG dating app for inmates, and they're like, "Hey, check me out." I mean, that's not a. I mean, it would probably be pretty easy for her to find somebody.
All right, I think before we go to the future of this story, we should take a quick shot.
Oh no,
I
yeah,
just poured one.
I want people to see what I want people to see this guy, the new dude.
Husband.
Yeah, if it's okay with you.
Yes.
Because it adds so much color to the fact that she's a little bit of a whore. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, if you were repressed so long, I think you'd go sow your wild oats and fucking
Bro,
fuck anybody you wanted.
she's had like 4 boyfriends and like husbands and shit, and she hasn't even been out of the care of her fucking mom or the penal system. And I don't even get a call back. Fucking bitch. This bitch is fucking balling out.
You don't even get a call back.
Her and her husband could totally have a they can totally have a wheelchair sex. That's right. They can lock in like cyborgs and just oscillate.
Oh Jesus!
If it's electric, you just be like, burp, 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 burp. Oh, hey, that's a new one. Hold on.
How
How'd I do that?
did you do that?
How'd I do
What
that?
is this? What do you got here?
I don't know. That's what I was doing. Burp, 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 and then it would like.
We're like idiots. We're all going.
It's like we're playing video games.
How'd you do that?
I don't know. I'm finding out new things we do with this restream shit. Oh, wait, look at you. You got the thumbs up and the things. This does balloons. Oh, that
No,
does
it does not. No, it does not.
This does balloons.
It's different.
See, I got balloons. So this
I didn't
is
get balloons.
This is balloons.
You only got a couple per hour? Like, what the fuck?
Okay, ready? Balloons. Not balloons.
Fuck this shit. I'm getting nothing.
Fuck this shit. We look like TikTokers out here. Her pussy must look like a wizard sleeve. Yep. Like a wizard. But her pussy was so immaculate, you know, before when her mom had her. But then she killed her mom. Boom. Wizard sleeve.
Are we doing this shot or what?
Yeah, sorry. I'm just responding to the
I know.
to our
No, I got
audience.
distracted by shit that came up on our screen that I did not know we could do. I'm doing my awesome rum right now.
Rose. Yeah, so am I.
Yes. And I'm
I
doing.
actually have really
tequila.
awesome rum.
Ready?
Ready? Let's
wait
go.
a minute. Look at
Wait a minute. You sound like Rod.
Wait a minute. Cheers,
All right,
everybody.
folks. Let's do
Ladies.
Cheers.
Yo. Okay. So I brought up something for a little context on what this fucking guy looks like before we go to the future, because I like the way you're thinking. Check this out.
I'm sorry.
Had you seen this guy?
No.
This is all the hubbub, right?
Okay. Do you have a picture of her? Do you have a picture of the guy who killed her?
Nick?
He's better looking than this dude. I mean,
Yeah, so
none of
another
them are
episode.
good looking.
Give me a second. I know this episode.
I know this episode.
It's a 6-parter. Pull the trigger. Here's Nick. Here's some text messages.
Just like, I heard your story and I wanted to get to know you. And so we started dating. But I am taking it slowly.
Oh,
Slowly.
we're taking it slow? Sorry.
With Nick,
Taking it
the
slow?
relationship was strictly online. He was living with his mother in Waukesha,
No, wait, pause for just a
Wisconsin,
second.
and
Pause for just
I
a second
was
before we go into this.
Yeah.
Now
This is Nick.
remember.
This is the one that killed her mom.
Oh, this is the one that killed her mom. Okay.
Is that the one you wanted
never
to
mind.
see?
I thought you were talking about the other one. Okay, no, keep on this one. Once we get to the
Girl, I'm
husband
good.
now, I'll come
I
back
do
and
what you say.
something.
Okay.
No, we'll do this one and then we'll go to the husband afterwards and I'll say
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
So this is good.
This is Nick, right? This is the guy who killed the mom. So this is the back and forth messages and shit.
living in Springfield, Missouri with my mother. So eventually I stole cash from my mother's wallet. And when my mom and I made a trip to Walmart, and she let me go to the bathroom, and I went to the electronics department and tried to get cash for a cell phone. And from then on, I could text Nick through Yahoo Messenger.
The dialogue between Nick and I, it was just fun. It was about this fantasy world that he and I created together. I needed a way out of my reality. At that time, whenever I was at home with my mother, arguments would occur anytime that I would get caught on the computer, on social media.
Yeah, no shit. It's like literally your fucking escape. Let me see if there's a picture of him anymore.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
You're good.
There it goes. There's the best picture we're gonna get right there.
Yeah, that's about let's see.
That's just let's see. What's his name? Nick. Let's see. Nick from
It's go to John. GODEJOHN.
GODG.
GODEJOHN. Go to John. Like Goku John.
Oh my god. You want to see this guy now?
He's got like a massive beard, right?
Whoa.
You got him?
Seen this. Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
Holy crap.
Yeah, he's like, fuck this. I'm in
All
here
this
for life.
ugly ass Riri looking bitch, dude. Look at that. She's so ugly. I'm sorry. She's ugly, dog. Like, what are we doing?
I mean, she
That's what it
kinda
looks
had
like
a glow
now.
up. Yeah.
That's what it looks like now. I hadn't seen this guy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is there one like when they were younger?
Yes. Here.
My God. What are you doing, man?
Here, can I put that one up? Let's see. Let me try.
Man, I can see like the little, whatever. Nah. A little like puppy love you can have. One little ugly girl, one little ugly boy,
Can you put that up there?
Where'd you send it?
I
Rose?
put it up. I shared it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Match made in heaven. Look at these fucking people. My God.
Yeah. So, there's that.
There's what do you think of that, Rose? What a lovely couple, eh?
Jesus. What a beautiful couple.
So then they got into those two.
That just proves there's a top to every pot.
Okay.
And that motherfucker killed her mom,
And that was it.
And he didn't even get to keep her. She's like,
Ryan does resemble Gypsy's mother.
But she does say in her interview that she's still in love with him.
Yeah. And that's the guy. Isn't that the guy who called her during her recent engagement? And that's what Louisiana, the guy, the new
that's
guys
funny
from
because
Louisiana.
the end of the one I watched, she's like, yeah, I really don't love him. I know the difference between love and infatuation now. And he's going to do his time and I'm going to do mine. I mean, that's really what she said. So she's like, oh, I actually did love him now.
You're just in love with the situation.
Yeah.
Like the situation is that I'm fucked. And I'm in love with the fact that you take me out of that situation and you can kill my mom, right? You want to kill
my
kill her?
mom?
Please
I'll
do
love you
it.
forever.
Okay, so let's fast forward now. We're going to fast forward now to now. Her
Okay.
husband that she has now. Her husband
it.
that she has now, the only reason he even reached out to her is because him and his buddy had a bet going on. His buddy was supposed to reach out to Tiger King, and he was supposed to reach out to Gypsy Rose.
Yeah.
And whoever got a response first would win this bet.
If you reach out to Tiger King, I'll fucking reach out to Gypsy. And maybe you can marry Tiger King and I can marry Gypsy. Or vice versa, whatever you want.
Oh, Tiger. Yeah. No.
Or whatever. It doesn't have to be that way.
Oh my God. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Right? Like, what do you do? I'm going to write to my favorite Tiger King. I hope you get out, go Trump 2024 or whatever. And then, what the fuck? And then this guy's like, well, instead of that fan fiction, I'll write a letter to my future wife. Like,
right?
So fucked up. He ended up with way worse. Like, Tiger King didn't even
was
fucking
way
respond to his
worser.
letter.
Do I get a refund? I wonder if he's going, do I get a refund this time?
Bro, if she just would have ignored me. God damn. God damn. None of this.
Things
would
I
have
do
been
for a
happening.
bit.
You know,
I was young
bros
and I
before
needed the money.
hoes. But in this
Come
case,
on now,
hoes.
you're telling me that this guy isn't writing it for the long haul right now? Because remember, they decide no
Of course.
I
prenup.
feel so bad for
Hold
him.
on.
Do you understand that he's 1,000% invested?
Oh, he
1,000%.
is, and he's totally.
Even if she were
I'd like
divorced
to
him
say
tomorrow,
he's.
let's say tomorrow,
Yeah.
he still fucking makes money off of
No, he
all
doesn't.
this.
His life is she's the
No,
only celebrity.
he is getting like I don't know,
Fired.
somebody a 10 to his like 1.
But remember,
Even though she's not. You know what I mean? Look at him.
but remember,
What about
he
him?
married her in prison. So whatever fame he's getting, that
She's
she's getting
marrying
now,
Jared from fucking Subway, for fuck's sake.
That's Jerry. Oh boy.
Come on. Before he lost all the goddamn weight.
Poor Jared.
God damn.
Oh, wait, not poor Jared. He's
To all the Jareds across the land, we are so sorry. But that name is fucked, bro. Look at every Jared we look at. God damn. This guy's
Poor
from Louisiana.
Jared.
He's from southwestern Louisiana. He's a 6th grade school teacher.
oh
Right?
shit.
Yeah, everything about him is like super nice. He's
he's
a
But remember, didn't he
1,000%.
lose it? He lost his job though, remember?
He lost
Because
a
of
job.
her?
Mm-hmm.
No, not because of her. He
Yes.
lost his job. No. He
Because
lied about that. He lied. He lost
lied
his
about
job
that?
for being inappropriate with a student. This was one of the reasons.
So he
Oh
is
my
Jared from
God.
Subway.
Yes. This came out recently. This just came out recently that he supposedly he lost his job, and he was saying, they were saying, oh, it's because of Gypsy Rose. He never spoke out, but someone found out that it wasn't because of Gypsy Rose. It was because he was inappropriate with one of his students in the
Okay.
classroom.
That changes
Now, this is why
everything.
I say this shit is a fucking. Do you know what I mean? Like
Powder
okay.
keg. Yeah, we're ready to go. But okay, that changes everything because to my knowledge, right, I was feeling pure sympathy for this man. Although, who is the type of person that is going to marry someone
Somebody
in jail?
who's inappropriate with a student.
And as soon as, well, right, that we know now, plot thickens and it makes sense.
Or someone
However,
who has-
have you ever been? There are people, and I can probably look this up, that are attracted to people that are in jail.
It's
Why?
a huge thing. It's a
Why?
huge thing.
Why? Is it a power thing? Like, I'm here, you're there.
No, I think it's a unavailable thing, and they're
Loneliness.
safe.
Not only that, I
When you're
feel
in
that
jail, you can't go with anybody else.
The person on the
outside.
outside knows that they're there. They can't do anything to them.
Yeah.
Except
the
fuck other inmates.
attention that they get too. The attention you're getting from that one other person that you're not getting outside in the real world, because either one, you're working, or you don't feel that great about yourself.
When somebody's unavailable in that sort of, or like a long distance type of a thing, that's funny. But when it's a long, so if somebody's in jail and you're on the outside, you think, oh, I am like this person's like savior or whatever. And,
Right.
but
So it is a power
I don't have to
dynamic.
I don't really have to put in the work.
I always thought that. I always thought it was like a bit of a power dynamic. Like, I think you hit upon that. Like,
And I can,
I'm here,
I'll
you're
write
there.
you. We can
Right.
talk on the phone, but I really have to put in the work. I can phone it in.
Right.
I'm gonna
True.
send
Yeah.
you. I'm gonna
I can go
send
see you once a
on-
week. Florida doesn't have conjugal visits, so they can't
Right.
even have sex. Right.
Nope. I'm just saying.
Let me send you the screenshot, and this is on TikTok. It's a screenshot of one of their friends. I'll send it to you. I'll send it into the.
The what?
Let's see if you guys get it on Telegram on the Telegram
Telegram.
thing.
I can't
it's just-
post. I can't do that
I don't know
because
if
you're the
you-
host.
Oh,
So
okay,
you have
sorry.
to download it to your computer, and then go to Restream and hit add, and you can add a picture to Restream, and then you can play it. We could talk over it.
Oh shoot.
That's level 6.
Yeah, that's just getting a little bit too complicated for me.
That's
This is going
level
off my
6.
head. Yeah,
Bing,
especially
bing.
after a couple drinks. Yeah, can we talk about
I got
what
you, boo
I'm
boo.
not?
I got you, boo boo. Check it out. Let's meet El Gordo. Let's meet fucking Louisiana. He has a cool voice. I like Cajun people, and that's why
Well,
I like
that's
Cajun
why
people.
her dad sounds the way he does. Is he's
Yeah.
Cajun? But
Yeah, is he though?
he sounds Irish. I get it.
Pulled out some potato Irish shit. Oh, I tried to be there for her, but I couldn't. All right, so here's big fat potato Louisiana guy.
So there's a lot of emotions going on where I'm like, okay, what's going on? Are we still getting married?
Gypsy has had cold feet and been like, oh, we're not getting married.
Those fears are there that what if she doesn't show up tomorrow?
I'm sorry. What if she doesn't show up?
This is it. This is right before the wedding.
Lane looking at these pictures. Oh, she's so pretty.
Simp.
Gypsy hasn't called yet the night before our wedding. I know that.
Of course, he's gonna look at a girl in fucking jail. Look at her. Look at his big fat tits.
Okay, wait a minute. She
His
hasn't
big
called
fat
yet for the night before jail. Does he not realize there's like 20 other people in line before you get to that phone? Like,
Yep.
you gotta wait your turn. And two, if that
Oh,
cutoff time comes in, you ain't making that phone call.
Rose, but she said earlier in the podcast and in the thing in the series that she had a tablet in jail and she was able to talk to them whenever they wanted to.
Oh,
I wonder
so
if-
she was.
Yeah, I think,
Oh.
and that made me think. I was like, "You're giving a fucking inmate a tablet to be able to talk back and forth? They're gonna fucking." I mean, they're gonna hatch a plan. Nothing good can come from an inmate having 24
No.
access, right? To like a chatting device. So like that's what I was thinking. Like, why?
Okay, wait a minute.
Did you guys?
Aren't
did
they
you guys
not
miss-
supposed to have any type of
I mean, that's the thought.
differences?
You're working with kids. You have to be very clear about what you've been in law with parents who are basically relying on you to keep an eye on their children and not cool with it. For fucking sure, May.
Mhm. But this is the thing. He got in trouble for that, right? And this is why I say this marriage is more for the convenience of him, because guess
Well,
what?
she needs a
He's
place to
got now
go
money
after
for
she's
life.
released.
Yeah, well, he's got money for life now because there's no prenup. They signed that he married her in jail. So from the start of her fame till now, he gets a part of it. He gets a cut 100% now because remember,
I don't think he's thinking that though.
oh,
You
I
think you're
do.
saying money from Netflix?
From
Right.
anything she does now. And I think for her, the convenience of I've got a home to go to, I've got someone that's there to take
To
care
be
of me.
honest, this dude could be catfished. I don't
Bro,
think
he
he's
is the
thinking about
catfish.
the money.
He's the catfish.
What I mean is, I don't think this dude's thinking long term. I'm gonna get a payday off of this chick. He thinks I'm gonna get
He's
my
in.
dick wet
Yeah.
when she
Which-
gets out.
Which
So-
must
And
be
she's
a,
gonna
a
be
microscopic
grateful.
penis,
It
right?
probably is. No, he's gonna be grateful for what he gets, even if he gets nothing. She's gonna be like, "Oh, let you touch my boob. All right, that's it. I'm gonna go fuck this other dude." It's gonna be a cut. I'm just saying. I don't think this guy thinks I'm gonna get the payday off of this. I think he goes, "Oh,
He's in it for the
this
boob.
pretty girl likes me.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
A pretty girl likes
A pretty
me.
girl likes me."
Pretty
Well,
girl.
pretty to him.
Let's
I
see
want
how
to know
Uh-huh.
what made them pick between him and freaking the Tiger King. I want to know what did him and his friend
those are
go,
their
"Okay,
two
I'm gonna
favorite.
pick
Those are their two
this
favorite. He was a
He goes,
horny
"I want to
simp
get my dick
online.
wet."
Yeah, he was a horny guy
And
online.
you
He
want to
was
get
like,
your dick wet with Tiger King. So
that girl's so pretty. You like
He
that
likes-
tiger guy?
yeah, they just like different flavors, I think.
And the truth will come out whether the conscious wants it or not. So if he got fired because he was with the student or whatever it was, then technically he deserves to be fired. Fuck yeah, he deserves to be fired and
Mhm.
prosecuted if that comes about, for sure.
Now I'm wondering if he wanted to do this because she had that, young child, and that's his fetish. What if that's his fetish?
Exactly. Maybe
Again.
he's the high voice pervert, and she's like, oh, I love her high voice, and I just want to rub my titty on her. Yeah, he's fucking gross, man.
She's legal and she looks like she's 12. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That happens a
So
lot.
She looks like
you
a
want to
little
see?
girl.
I think it's important now that we're at the end to see a little bit more about this simp. If you want to see a little bit more
Yes,
about the
let's
wedding,
do it.
because
I need to
this is
see.
14 hours prior to the wedding,
Mhm.
and everybody in the fucking the family's like, well, just don't marry him. Just come out. You were in prison, then you were in prison. Come out as a free woman, and let's decide what you want to do. But also,
Sow your wild oats. Fuck anybody you want. Don't just
there's
fucking go with this simp.
fuck half of Missouri. Yeah, exactly.
Missouri. I like how you
but
did that.
But also,
I see what you did there.
but also, there are parole implications too. So you have to go on parole to places. Like you can't just go, oh, I'm out of jail, bye. Like you might not have to leave the state. You might have to leave the state, right? So there's more than just like your heart. You have to also do like legal shit, right?
Truth.
Here we go.
People are trying to get her to not marry me. So I won't feel secure until she says, I do.
Oh, he's so nervous.
I love Gypsy more than life itself. She's my everything. And here's our Christmas set.
Never touched her.
Those are my favorite.
Just her hand. Just held her hand.
There's my girl.
I looked at her boob.
She sent me some nudes.
Correctional Center.
Yes.
Hey, baby. Damn, I was wondering when I was going to hear from you.
Hey, baby.
Hi,
Well,
babe.
honestly, I'm really busy.
What are you doing in
Are
prison?
you feeling good about the wedding?
I'm making
How
toilet
busy are
wine.
you?
Yes, girl, I'm excited. I've been making preparations, getting everything ready, so I don't really wake up every day in the morning.
Oh, well, baby, it's your wedding. It's your wedding day. I think you could run through the hall screaming if you wanted to. I still can't believe we're getting married in less than 24 hours.
So he's in a at this Rose, like at this point he's got a hotel room. He's got he's gone like thousands of miles out of his way from Louisiana to like come and see her, like wait for the wedding, which they have to do in jail. And then I was very confused at this point, like why this guy would go head and shoulders.
Hotel room. It's not like you're going to do anything.
Well, he has to get a hotel room near the jail or the prison so he can go marry her.
Oh, that's right, because he has to go inside to. That's right.
Yeah, to do the like the ceremony, which and the camera crew can go in there, so there's no thing of that. But there's like a picture of them, like, and they can only do a prison peck. They can't do like a whole, when you get married.
How did that go again? How did we get that? I don't think we got the full effect. How did that go again? Please elaborate again.
Yeah. That's what I did. What did you guys do?
Something similar.
Something similar. I do.
Nothing similar.
I took Dave's face and I was like, you're mine. I licked you.
You bitch.
Nobody can have you anymore. All right.
You're mine.
You can either do one long one or a lot of little ones.
No, it's got to be one long.
Chin to temple.
Everything gets.
Is that what you did? So Rose, when you got married?
No, I
you
did
didn't
not.
lick him to make him yours.
Did you grab it? Just turn his head sideways, just like.
I said, you know what? Hand over your wallet and everything you got in it because it's all mine now.
Forget the kiss. Give me your wallet.
What's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine.
Exactly. I didn't do no.
And whatever you find is mine.
It's mine.
You're done.
Oh my god.
Folks.
So
we wrap
now
this
we're
up in
fast
about
forwarding real
30
quick.
minutes?
Yeah.
Because-
Let's fast forward real quick. So now she's married to this guy, right?
Yes.
And now she's living this happy life.
Is she? Dum dum dum.
Well, she says she's living the happiest of her life now.
Well, she got out on December 28th of 2023, which is like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago. She just got out.
So she's living the happiest
But hold
3
on, at
weeks
the
of her
end though,
life.
she got out, but she wasn't able to, like, there was a problem with her parole. That's why I brought that up, right?
Right. She couldn't go to live in Missouri, right?
She
Yeah.
had to leave Missouri immediately.
Yeah.
She had to leave because nobody wanted her there. And then she went to another state and they didn't want her there either because of the amount of media she was getting. So right now she's, from my understanding, she was in New York.
Fuck, that's a long way from Louisiana.
But she is traveling around. She's getting around. She's traveling and
She's
she's
doing a parade.
Of course she is.
No. I would do every podcast in the whole world. I would be like, when's the podcast? And I would talk about everything. And
Okay,
the fact
here's
that
the
she's
thing.
not doing that is that she doesn't want her to get her fucking story fucked up and implicate herself. And that's what I think.
But now I don't know if it's all completely true, right? I don't know if it's 100% true. It's something I just kind of heard through the grapevine and the hearsay that she's also coming out with a makeup line. She's going to be collaborating with 3 big makeup
She just
artists.
learned how to put on. Is it like jail makeup?
It's ink from a pen.
Yeah.
And she puts with deodorant and she's
Coffee beans. Coffee beans.
This is all I have ever known.
Right. I'm just saying it should be that.
Right. It should be like a line of tattoo art for your,
Okay.
Here's
So
the beats from dinner for your
the Kool-Aid. You're using the Kool-Aid as blush.
Yes, Kool-Aid.
I'm making a foundation brush.
You're using from the cup of noodle soup, the little packet inside the cup of noodle soup. A pencil.
Oh man.
You got to turn the end of that pencil for
What? I've seen some of these prison clips. I know what they use. Okay.
It's just it's like the latest in packaging is just a fucking tissue paper, This is like Missouri State Penal Colony.
all of it comes in a fucking glove or a balloon.
Yeah,
So
a balloon. Yeah. The only way you can buy it is if you pull it out of somebody's ass.
Yes.
Oh, Balenciaga's all over this. They won.
Lord have mercy.
Sorry.
Do you guys think that it's fair?
Sorry.
I can't. I'm thinking
I'm sorry,
about a
go.
pencil as an eyeliner brush.
Yeah. Number 2 pencil. Fucking. What are you doing?
You
This is the
cut the
latest in
tip of
makeup.
it and then you use it as
A shadow. You gotta get that smoky eye.
It's the only way. I mean, if you see bitches in
got puffiness, use
in a
the
woman's
toothbrush.
prison, with makeup, they got some shit on their face, bro. They have like pen shit on their face. They have they have all types of shit. It's
I'm
disgusting.
thinking of just like
What that woman
gelatin.
did to get lipstick was like, ugh.
I know. I'm just. Whew. All right, we should.
So she's getting her line. Okay,
Regroup.
Rose. So she got her line of okay, and then you
Cosmetics.
said that she's living her best life right now, and she's still
Right
with
now.
Nick because you know more than the documentary.
Okay, so she's living with Nick, and Nick
The
and
dude-
her.
Nick, the guy who fucking murdered the guy.
Oh no, not Nick. The guy she's
I was
No,
like,
he's
isn't
with the fucking Cajun dude.
murder?
Fucking
Jared. No, not Jared. What's his name?
that's fat ass.
Subway guy.
Oh wait, I got a good
Subway
picture.
guy.
Hold on, let me share this. This is a good
Jared?
picture, Rose, so we can get a good picture of what this guy looks like. There you go.
Subway guy.
There we go.
Yeah, it's Jared, right? Okay.
There we go.
Oh,
my
jeez. Did he move? Did he move with her to New York?
Both of these people
They're
are
together.
tragic.
They're together. Like he
They're actual
walks
fucking
behind
together.
her. Yeah,
Okay.
they're
He
together.
walks behind her, huh?
They even did a show.
Certainly.
They did
can
they
look
did
at her
a married
ass.
couple show of
They did.
yeah.
Well, first
where,
off,
you
they
know,
need to not
you know-
do that.
You can have them on the married couple podcast.
No.
You wouldn't want that?
No,
Can you
maybe
imagine if they were
actually.
on
I will
probably would.
midnight media both of these motherfuckers right now. Are you kidding me?
All right,
That's
let's do
midnight
it.
media.
I have
Agree.
so many
That's
questions.
ridiculous.
They probably wouldn't want to be on our show.
Yeah, true.
You never know.
You still love Nick,
Never
don't you,
know.
motherfucker? You're accusing her.
What's
still
my
love Nick,
shark?
bitch.
Where's
Yeah.
my fucking camera?
Why do you
I
treat
don't
him so
know.
badly?
Baby shark. Doo, 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 doo.
I don't know why this has become a thing. I don't know. Where's my? There it is.
Oh my god! I should go get my shark head for you and send it to you. You can wear the shark head. I actually have a shark head from.
I've got a barrette that it keeps like eating. It's fine.
All right.
Yep.
So now she's married with Jared and they're moving forward and she's got all this stuff going on.
Look at him.
Oh,
He looks like
Lord.
fucking Peter Griffin.
Oh my god. Peter Griffin. From The Simpsons.
I love
But he's
Gypsy
not
Rose.
beautiful.
Something about her in jail. I loved it, Lois. I mean, Gypsy. Oh, man.
Oh Jesus,
my
Lord.
sorry.
Oh.
Look at him.
I mean, he's-
I feel bad for the guy.
Okay,
Dude.
we're a teacher. You're a teacher. And you have a Cadillac? Come
Bro,
on.
he has
mean-
no. First of all, he has an Android.
He probably sells
phone.
Mary Kay too. He just didn't have him put it in pink.
Hey, Gypsy, when you get
He's
out
got
of
the
jail,
pink
Mary
shirt.
Kate,
He
I never
doesn't
made
have
it to
pink
that
out.
status, okay? Back in high school, I sold Mary Kate. I didn't make
Okay,
it to
well,
the
they
pink
get a
Cadillac.
Cadillac. And it's pink,
my mom
usually.
sold Mary Kay back in the day.
I
Like
didn't
the
make
nu-
it to the pink Cadillac status, okay?
Yeah, no, you got to sell mad prison makeup for that shit.
This guy's a teacher. And this guy's a fucking teacher and he gets a Cadillac? What the fuck?
So anyway,
Maybe
baby.
it's an old one. Maybe it was used and it had like 200,000 miles, and he's like, "Fuck, I gotta get Gypsy to think I'm a fucking baller, so I'm gonna buy this motherfucking Cadillac."
He's throwing out his own confetti outside his car.
Oh, this is
I
a good
mean,
one.
you
Okay.
do what you gotta do when you're marrying a felon.
Do you want to add some color out 3 months after the wedding? And watch a little bit of this.
Yes.
How do you feel
They're
about
not
that? Good?
together now. I don't know. Yes,
Oh.
go ahead. I need sound.
So 3 months. I'm coming. I mean, I'm going. When you getting out of prison?
About it. Then 2-3 months later, reality started to set in a little bit more.
Oh, I don't like his dick.
We had that honeymoon phase for about 2 months.
You sent me a picture of his dick and I just hated it.
Arose where we had an argument over somebody from her past.
What's with the hair now?
But an ex contacted her out of the blue
Oh,
when I
is it
didn't
Nick?
like the fact that she was
No, it's
talking to
Ken.
me again. She
Oh, who's Ken?
No.
labeled me as controlling, like her mom.
What the fuck is his name?
Ken.
No, Ken was the one in the middle we didn't talk
It
about.
said not Ken.
Is it Ken?
It
Oh,
was
I think
Ken
it's
that
Nick.
it was one of her ex-boyfriends because she had 2 previous
Oh.
boyfriends in jail.
Right, Ken, the one that's not in jail.
Yeah.
Because Nick's in jail forever.
Nick, and then you have Ken, and then there's another one, and then it was her husband. In that argument, that's what she tells
I
him.
should have watched this whole fucking thing because
No, I love that you don't. His name is Ryan Anderson. So
and this is where in that argument
my name's
they had this
Ryan.
thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is Ryan Anderson, and he is so. He didn't like that this guy Ken called her back, and she was like, "Well, it's my part of my past." And then she went to Rose. She was like,
holla back girl.
"She's like, what if I don't know if I want to marry you because what if you're not enough for me?" She literally said that. What if you're not enough for me?
Well, no, this was after they got married. They had
Right.
already been married, and they got into an argument, and she compared him to his. They said she said, "You're just like my mother, controlling."
Right, which is horrible to say.
I was
you
like,
know.
God damn.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you like my mom. What?
I'm gonna find a Nick to kill you, boy.
No, it's gonna be Ken.
Yeah, yeah. Prison makeup,
Mhm.
WWE makeup. Yeah, yeah. Off the top rope. And then so we end with questions. What I'm sure you have the same ones, Rose. Why? Like she really settled for this guy. This is not love. She didn't even know what love is.
No.
She settled for this guy.
Well, she settled because of the convenience, because she couldn't be at her dad's house forever.
The
How many-
convenience of sucking a micro penis. That's not convenient.
Look, she doesn't know
Many
the difference
women
between-
and men marry for convenience. It happens.
Thank you. Come again. Suck it. Suck it. Fucking gypsy.
I mean, it happens. And then you're
happens.
stuck in a loveless marriage. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You have a
I don't
couple
know. I guess we're
babies.
just gonna have to follow and see what happens towards the end,
dude.
On this story, But I do have to say that if anybody who is out there who is suffering and think you can't talk to anybody, please reach out to somebody. There's someone always
Absolutely.
there.
Oh, for sure. That's not a
please.
joke. This may have been jokes, but that's
No.
not a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please, reach out. We're coming to the end of our podcast here.
I mean, not to us. Don't reach out to us. I wouldn't know what to do. But reach out to someone who can help.
Reach out to Rose and I. We know what to do.
I'll just be like, oh my God, I'm so scared for you.
We've been
Click.
there.
Yeah.
Sorry. I've been through different abuse, but call me for that.
I bet you like the other abuse, but that's okay. We won't go there.
It's not all bad. Yeah.
But I think that this is going to be a very interesting story to follow towards the end.
Darn it. Got flagged.
Yeah. I don't know for what though.
For showing clips?
I guess.
I don't know.
Everything's available. I don't get it.
Right. If it's available, why can't we fucking share it?
I don't get it. It's terms of use to me. So there's this whole thing where like it's okay to show things because you're transforming it. You're talking about it. That's what we did today. So I don't get it.
I don't either.
I don't know.
Anyway.
We're coming to an end. Thank you everybody for joining us. Do you guys have any last words to say? What would you guys say if you had a friend like this, or
I wouldn't have a friend like this.
Yeah, hold on, I might. Here's why, because I think I can fix everybody. I'd be like, oh, you poor soul, let me help you. Let me save
this
you.
is why we
I'd be
keep you
like,
away
just like Jared. Like, let me fix you. No, I wouldn't. I'd be like, you're a fucking dumb bitch. I don't know.
Stupid ass bitch.
Dave says, don't kill your mom.
Right. That would be the number one thing to do.
Do it.
Is not do that. Right. Let's start with not killing your mother.
Yeah. Don't.
Yes.
Turn her in first. Let her fucking go down. That's not what I meant. Go down for the crime. I don't think that sounds good either.
Don't do the time?
Don't do the crime. Turn her into the authorities is what I would probably tell her.
Don't kill your mom is probably the number one thing to do. Is not to kill your mom. Yeah. Even if she has Munchausen by proxy.
You can say, hey, cops, come check this chick out. I've been on drugs and I don't need to be.
We didn't even talk about her painkiller addiction. She was addicted to fucking
No,
painkillers.
she was very big in painkiller. She actually said recently she's just still been struggling, but she finally got over pain addiction on it. But yeah, and like I said, there is someone always out there to hear you if you are dealing or suffering with some type of depression or someone's hurting you. Please reach out to somebody.
Even if it's in code or whatever. I mean, if you're being abused and need help, let somebody know.
Yeah. And thank you so much for everybody for joining us, hanging out with us. And by the way, just to let everybody know, AC has joined our team, our group. So
thank you, AC.
Might have ruined it all tonight. I don't know. Let's see. We'll play it back.
I'm so happy that you are here and joined us, and it's always a pleasure to have both of you on, and thank you for everything you guys do and always being there. So I really appreciate you and everybody and the whole team, because it's not just us three. There's a big team. We've got Rocksteady, we've got Dave in the back scenes that are always helping us out. So and I can't wait for the future podcast.
Yes.
Don't forget to follow the Married Couple Podcast, Midnight Media. Please give them a follow. And Rocksteady has a show coming up soon. So
yes, excited for that. I was so excited to see that today.
She's got a big time podcast coming up.
Yes.
Thanks, man.
And then upcoming, Who's Coming With Me, when we decide to, go to hell together. I don't know who's driving that train, but we're all fucking going.
Block you off.
Fuck off, Rock.
Block you off.
No, I mean, I think we have a lot of good things coming up in the future, and I mean, we all work well together, and thank you for Rose for wanting us to be on the show.
Yeah, same.
Oh,
Thank you very
guys,
much.
because I wouldn't be here without you guys, and you guys actually gave me that push to be where I'm at. So I absolutely appreciate you guys 100% all the time, and thank you. And
Thank you, Rose.
thank
So
you
yeah,
all.
stick around. We're gonna do that show where we make fun of memes and look at memes, or where we probably are gonna go to hell for. So
yes,
stick around for that.
I mean,
That's
I've
gonna
already
be
built a condo there, so I should start building a bigger one.
I mean,
follow
I feel like all of the fun people are going to be in hell, so it's not going to be really that bad. We're just
all
going
the hot
to
chicks.
fucking
Yeah, all the fucking unmarried babies or whatever.
It's just going to be a big old fucking party.
Right?
Where there's no consequences because we're already fucking there.
Fuck yeah.
Wait,
This
do
might
we
be
have
it
to
right
bring our
now.
spouses though? Because I mean, I could leave him at home. I just want to have fun with him.
Damn. You go to heaven. You go to heaven, honey. I'm going to hell.
Go.
If
Pat
I'm
him
going
on
to
the
hell,
butt.
I'm just going to
See you
go for
later.
it. I'm just going to go for it all the way. I'm going into hell anyways.
Yes.
Well, thank you all for joining us. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. And hang tight. Go ahead and give our Instagrams a follow. Know what our next stories are going to be.
Oh yeah, and if you guys have stories we want to talk about, we can do that too.
Yeah,
I love
absolutely. Let
I
us
love
know.
to research.
Let us
Yes,
know.
me
Give us
too.
a DM if there's a story that you have that you want us to share, or kind of bring light to it. Go ahead and send us in the DMs, or if you want to come on and share us your story, might be something that we'd love to go ahead and hear you out. So please come on and let us know.
You can also send nudes at Roses Are Red _podcast.
No.
Send all your crazies. No.
No. You can send them to Midnight Media. All for it.
Yeah, on all. All right, guys.
All right.
All right. Love y'all.
Bye,
Bye.
folks. Love you.